Hello all. Meet Mr. G.F. Duckwitz. Now, it seems to me that while lots of people know about what it was that Mr. Duckwitz did, almost nobody actually knows it was Mr. Duckwitz that did it. Now, the evacuation of the Danish Jews is known as one of the great acts of resistance of World War II. Denmark was occupied by Germany. The SS were planning to take all the Danish Jews, and the entire country of Denmark, or perhaps not literally the entire country, but a very large part of the country of Denmark, mobilized to evacuate all of their Jews, get them out of the country and to Sweden, which was neutral at the time and not occupied by the Germans. Now, several people have said that one of the really awesome things about this is that no one person was responsible. You couldn't point to any particular person and say, he's the one that did it, or she's the one that did it. But actually, well, enter Mr. G.F. Duckwitz. Now, Mr. Duckwitz was not anyone particularly special. He was an ordinary person, led an ordinary life, although during pre-World War II, he was put in the records of the Nazis as being a little suspicious because during an anti-Jewish riot, he sheltered 3 Jewish women in his apartment. Mr. Duckwitz was a member of the Nazi Party, although he later told a friend that he felt that he had been deceived by the nature of the Nazi Party and he could not remain an honest member of the party any longer. He worked for a period of time in the Nazi Party's Foreign Affairs Department. I forget what the exact translation is. Anyway, he later quit his job, although he didn't leave the party, and worked for a while for the Hamburg line. But after the Nazis took over Denmark, he was sent to Denmark as a maritime attaché. While there, he was informed by by Best. What was his name? Best? Anyway, he learned that the SS were planning to take over all the Danish Jews. Now, Mr. Duckwitz went to Berlin, and he applied through official channels to try to stop this, which is a pretty ballsy move in Nazi Germany. When that failed, he went to Sweden and illicitly spoke with the Swedish Prime Minister, asking if the Danish Jews went to Sweden, would they be let in the country? Gaining assurances from the Swedish Prime Minister that yes, in fact, the Danish Jews would be let in the country, he went to Denmark, and he, again, very illicitly, told certain influential people that the SS were coming for the Danish Jews. And so, because of Mr. G.F. Duckwitz, that's how I first read about him, G.F. Duckwitz, not Georg Ferdinand, anyway. Because of Mr. Duckwitz, the Danish Jews were evacuated. Now, if this was a movie, Mr. Duckwitz would have then become the leader of a powerful underground movement that would have hastened the end of World War II, but because this is real life, Mr. Duckwitz spent the entire rest of the war keeping his head down and not sticking a toe out of line. And, who could blame him? Now, I might be strange, but to me at least, the fact that he spent the rest of the war keeping his head down just doing his job makes this a little more awesome. Because it sort of drives home the point that he was not a hero. He was not a larger-than-life character. He was an ordinary person, or fairly ordinary person, who, through one act, saved the lives of thousands of people. Now, Mr. Duckwitz is not entirely forgotten. He is remembered in Yad Vashem, the Holocaust memorial in Israel, as one of the righteous among the nations. But this ordinary guy and his extraordinary act, I think, deserve to be more widely remembered. And this is my attempt to do that. So thank you for tuning in. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something maybe. And I hope you have a lovely day.